Bella, and today we're gonna read the New Beginning New Stories, Chapter 11, Dark Day in the Deep Sea. And today we're gonna start reading at Chapter 1, Back to the Sea, and Diana reading at Chapter 2, okay? And now already read this one book with a lot of stories, and now here we go. And first you can read is the Magic Tree as Merlin Mission Book 11, Dark Day in the Deep Sea. Chapter 1, Back to the Sea. Jack fell to raindrops. He looked up and saw summer storm clouds. Hurry, Jack called to Annie. They were riding their bikes home from the library. Jack's backpack filled with the library books. He didn't want them to get wet. As Jack and Annie paddled faster, large white birds swooped over them to the view flew into the Frog Creek woods. Did you see that? Said Jack. A seagull, said Annie. It's a sign. You're right, said Jack. The last time they didn't see a seagull in the Frog Creek, the magic tree house was waiting for them. The woods, said Annie. Jack and Annie bumped their bikes over to the clump. The rain had fell harder as they headed into the wet woods. Their bikes and tries bounced over to rough ground, crushing leaps and snapping twigs. It must be time for looking for another secret of the happiness for Merlin, Jack called. I hope Merlin's feeling better, Jack shouted Annie. I hope Teddy and Kathleen have came with the tree house, shouted Jack. Me too, shouted Annie. And Jack and Annie have steered their bikes under the camp ponies, 2 wet leaves. By the time they came to the tallest oak trees in the woods, the seagull had disappeared, but the magic tree house was back. It was in the high tallest oak. The rope ladder swaying through the wind and rain. Jack and Annie have climbed out of their bikes and popped them against the trunk of the tree. Teddy, Kathleen, Annie have shouted. But there's no answer. I guess they didn't come this time, Jack said. Darn, said Annie. I really want to see them. Boo, 2 older kids looked down at the treehouse window. Curly-haired boy with a big green girl, and the blue sea eyes with a beautiful smile. They're both wearing a long green cloaks. Yay! Cried Jack and Annie as they ran. As the rain fell harder, as they have stayed up to the rope ladder, and they have climbed into the treehouse. They've yanked over to their bikes and helmets and hugged Teddy and Kathleen. Morgan sent us to tell you about your next mission for Merlin, said Teddy. How's Merlin? Said Annie. Teddy stopped smiling. He shook his head. Merlin's the sniffers from the unspoken sorrow, Kathleen said sadly. Oh, when can we see him? Said Annie. We've learned 2 secrets of happiness to share with him, said Jack. You may visit him after you have learned 2 more secrets, said Kathleen. Morgan believes 4 is a magic number that will ensure success. We have to come to settle on your search for the 3rd secret, said Teddy. Kathleen shook a book from under her cloak and handed it to Jack and Annie. From Morgan's hands to our hands to yours, she said. And Jack have took the book from her. The cover showed waves crashing on the beach. Wow, said Jack. We're going to the ocean? Yes, said Teddy. That is where you will next search for the secret of happiness. The ocean always makes me happy, said Annie. Once Jack and I have traveled to the coral reef and swum with dolphins. And we ran into the octopus, but he was nice and shy, but the shark we saw wasn't shy, said Jack broke in. It was a big hammerhand. Oh my, said Kathleen. We took right to a mini-stove, said Annie. It was so cool until it stirred off the leak. And, said Jack, we had to escape, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. We're not trying to splash so the shark could wouldn't notice us. We had so much fun, said Annie. Kathleen smiled. Oh well, I hope you will not find the same fun on this journey, she said, but in case you do, you have your wand to help you, do you not? Asked Teddy, the wand of dentist. Of course, said Jack. I was carrying. And just in case, Jack reached into his backpack and pulled out the silvery wand. It was shaped like a sprayed horn of a unicorn. You remember the 3 rules? Asked Kathleen. Sure, said Jack. To make magic, we use a wish with only 5 words. And before we use the wand, we have to try our hardest, said Annie. And the wand can be only used for the good of others, said Jack. Not just ourselves. Actually, said Teddy. Exactly, said Teddy. I wonder who of others will be in this mission, said Annie, and she'll look at Teddy and Kathleen. Maybe you guys? I fear not, said Kathleen. You must find the 3rd secret on your own. Just remember to keep your rights about you, said Teddy, and listen to your heart, said Kathleen. Okay, said Annie, we will tell you all about when we see you again. Oh, lightning had flashed through the woods as Jack and Annie pointed over to the covered ocean book. I wish you could go there, he said. And the thunder cracked to the dark sky. The wind started to blow harder. The tree started to spin. It spun faster and faster, and everything was still, absolutely still. Now it's chapter 2, Pirates again? Oh, I think Jack and Annie met the pirates at the ocean. And now tomorrow we start reading at chapter 2 and maybe Diana reading at chapter 3 or 4, okay? Now, did you have fun? U.S. English Country become maybe some these books. But we're gonna have a new book and new stories to read because it might be a new chapter to read, okay? Now bye bye everybody, have a nice day. Bye!